of SQLs, and today's date is 1 November 22. Now I firstly discuss here what is introduction of SQL. SQL is a SQL stand for the structured query language, and it is used to the created of a remove altered database, and then is deletes, and database is object in the database management systems, and they store the retrieves of a update of the data, and database in SQL is a standard languages, and the creating of a ascending and manipulations of a database, and management of a systems of a SQLs, and from work from the modern and relationals of a database management system like SQL Service, Oracle, and MySQL etc. Then discussing the different type of SQL in the commands. The SQL commands can be used in the categorized into the five categories by said there in the functionality. First is the DDL. DDL stand from the data definitions language, and DDL commands are used from the creatings of a altering and database of a database and objects in the relational database and management system like create, delete, create tables, all tables in etc. It is the most of the DDLs in the commands of create, delete, and drop, alter, and truncates. Firstly, discussing the create. Create command. It is used to the create a database and database object like a table, index, view, store in the produces etc. Then it is the syntax of a create. Create tables in the employees of a ID, int name, varchars, address varchars, and then it is the discuss in the secondly alter. Alter it is the commands. It is used the restricted of a database in the object in settings of a database, and this is the syntax of a alter. Alter is the table of employee adder salary in it. Then is the truncate. Truncate is the commands is remove all the data of a table, and truncate command it is in the table. The syntax of a truncate is the truncate table is employed. Then discussing the drop. Drop commands it is used to the remove and the database of a database object. In the syntax of a drop tables is employed. Then discussing the DML. DML stands from the database manipulations language, and DML is the commands from using manipulations and database relationals of a database management system. DBMLs is the commands of a use from the adding, removing, and updating of the database systems like inserts into the table name, delete from the table name, update table name database, and move from the DBML in command from the insert of into in the delete from the update. Then insert into the commands used in at the database table. The syntax of insert into the employee ID name, address, syntax, where values. Then it's the discussing update. Update commands is used in the updated data in the database tables, and the conditions of using in the where clause in update in the specific row. And then it is syntax the update in employee said address Pune, India, salary equals to 1,100, whereas ID is equals to 1. Then discussing delete. Delete command is used in the remove the data from the database table, and the condition can be adding using the wheres and move from the specific of a condition, and then the syntax from the delete. Delete from is the employee where ID equals to 1. And then we are discussing the DQL. DQL stand from the database query language, and DQL commands used from the fetching of a data QL commands used from the selection of a data, table, view, temp tables, and tables variables. And there are only commands is which is selected command. The syntax of DQLs is the selected from the select asterisk from the employee. Then it is discussing the DCL. DCL stand from the data control language. The DCL commands is used provide and taking make assign on the byset of a database object. DKL command is used in the controlling user access in database most usually. DCL command is grant and raw. Grant is used to the provide access of right of the users, and syntax of grant int delayed on the employee to user. Then revoke is a revoke commands is used in the access of a right from the cancel access and right from the using in the database objects. The syntax of revoke is all of the employee from the user. Then it is TCL. TCL stand from the transaction control language. TCL command is used in handling its transaction database, and transaction database is a multiple user and environment, and TCLs of a commands and commands data, modifications of a data, and most TCLs of commands roll backs, save points, and set transactions. First is the commands. Commands is used in the save, apply the modifications of a database. Then rollbacks. Rollbacks is commands is used in the modification, and save points is a commands is temporary is the transaction, and transaction can be the block of the points. Then it is this is the some introductions of SQLs.